Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, I wanted to have a bit of a chat about the shop. I've had a couple of questions asked and I just wanted to make a video on it and go through it. My general thoughts. Once again, this is my personal opinion. You guys can always make your own decision. But the two things that I've been getting asked about mainly are going to be buying Tidal Essence from the shop and also buying the Stellar Crystals from the Arena store. And I want to go through my thoughts on both of them. Now, we'll kick it off with the Tidal Essence from the general store. For me personally, and once again, this depends on who you are, how far, like how progressed you are, how competitive your server is. I've been very fortunate with my rankings in the Dream Realm. I still think this is something that they need to adjust to give more access to a higher amount of these things. Because if you're in, like, let's say you're 101 to 200, and I'm lucking out as free to play getting into the top 10, top 20, I'm getting like a sort of double what other people have access to for no other reason than the fact that my server just didn't have many whales. And I just, once again, I say this a million times, but I'm hoping they will take note of it eventually. I think the acquisition of those and also the temporal essence needs to be adjusted. But for this one, a lot of people, it does become a big weak point in trying to upgrade your characters, especially when we look at something like the actual hero focus. I think this is 30 all up. It's 10 for the first. Let's just do it. Who cares? Let's figure this out. I'm pretty sure it was 10 and then 20. So it's 10 there, and then it's 20 for the second one. So you're looking at 30 to get a character's hero focus up. And then if we go back over here, I'll leave this linked in the description. This is Pridewin, great resource. You can see that it's 150 Tidal Essence to get from base EX to EX plus 5. So you need that 150 for characters. And there is a lot of characters that you're going to want to be upgrading. If you look at mine, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters done so far with that. And so it does become a massive crutch. Now, the thing I would say to do with this, once again in the shop, and I wanted to go through all that because it is a case-by-case basis, and some people may be dead against buying these. Whales may buy a ton of them because if you have a lot of characters. And the other thing to remember is with my account, I got super lucky as free-to-play and built all the characters I essentially needed pretty quick before the season actually started. So I didn't really have that need to build a ton more characters after this, but also because I got them all built so quick, I did need those base level ones pretty fast. And with these, I've bought them a couple times. When do I buy them? I buy them on a need them basis. They are very expensive. When you look at paying 300 diamonds for 10 of them, 1200 for 40, 1500 for 50 of them, it becomes to get one exclusive equipment to plus 5 essentially, which is your 150 essence. It's about, what is that, 4,500 diamonds, which is very, very expensive at the end of the day. It's like 2 temples, bit less than 2 temples worth in value. So it is quite expensive. But once again, I do this on a basis of need to. When I feel like I've got a character that I've just got up and I don't have enough, say I need 20 more, I'll buy 20. Say I need 30 more, I'll buy 30. And that is the way I do it. But you've also got to consider the fact that if it's a character that, you know, wants it, but you're not, but putting that investment into the character right now isn't really making a difference to your account, then you can probably just wait and get them naturally. It's all dependent on what you think and what you want. Because at the end of the day, I think waiting to get it naturally, you know, you're going to save gems. But if it's something you just want, you want to get that benefit out of a character that you've built up to Mythic Plus or something like that, and you want to get that benefit straight away, you want to start using them straight away, well, then you've just got to weigh up if that diamond cost is enough for you or whether you think waiting another week to get it done would be enough. So that was a very long way of saying it just depended on the situation and how you are. I have bought probably, I'd say 20 to 40 of these over my entire account's life, just to get some characters done when I got them. That's about it. There's nothing crazy. These aren't one of those things that you buy every time. And you know, when you are buying them, you're buying them because you feel like you really need them. Normally it's not going to be a need factor. Normally it's going to be a want factor because you can just wait a couple of days. I don't think the diamond cost is going to be quite relevant to the extra rewards you get from like an extra 3 days of rewards. But hey, at the end of the day, it is a game about fun. If you get a new character, you kind of want to build them. That is when I would go ahead and throw them. Definitely don't be buying these on a daily basis or anything like like that. That's my summary. I know it's not like a direct answer, but it's like, it's one of those ones, it's a case by case basis. So I do apologize. Moving over into the arena store, this is the other one that we get the big question on, and that is buying the stellar crystals. And for me, I 100% buy every stellar crystal I can every time I can, because we're already seeing it. Celestial Hypergenes are so powerful in the game. They are so pivotal. Yes, it is way more expensive to get one Celestial Hypergene by spending all these arena points on these than it is to max out one of these standard faction units. But at the end of the day, stellar crystals are just, in my opinion, the most valuable currency in the game, along with guild coins, because that is how you're getting the most powerful heroes in the game. And to me, that is worth a bunch more than getting one of these, especially these heroes that we have, to higher ascensions. Now, keep in mind, I used to, when I was in the champion store and we had 10 per week in the champion store, I was buying those every time. I still think for anyone's account, even a new account, the one exception would be on a new account if you're using like Cecilia as your carry and you can get a copy of Cecilia before you buy out these, and you've still got time for the end of the month so that you can buy your Cecilia, then generate some extra points, and then go ahead and buy these anyway. Keep in mind, these do unlock with rankings as well, so a new account might not get all of them straight away, because I can't remember what it is. Like, I think like Legendary 1 or something, Legendary 2 or something is the higher ones. I just remembered seeing it on the alt account that I ran up, but you don't just, not everyone straight up has access to these. You do unlock one of them at a time depending on your arena ranking, so just keep that in mind. But even for new accounts, I just think these things are so valuable, even though the raw value of pitying a Celestial Hypergene, the cost of doing that versus the cost of this, because if we look at this, what do we got here? 24, that's what, 1200? 12,000 to get 10? Is that math correct? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, 12. Dude, if my math's cooked, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that's 12,000 for 10 pulls, which would bring it up to, what's that? 12,000 times that by 4, 48,000 to get one Celestial Hypergene, whereas it's 9, so you can essentially get like 4 of these guys for what you'd average out to get a Celestial Hypergene from these things. I still think these are worth it. Then once you've bought all of the stellar crystals, that is when you can use the excess to go ahead and buy heroes here. If we take my account for an example, I think I bought about 3 or 4 copies of Cecilia from this shop early days. Just keep in mind, early days, we couldn't buy them here, so there is a bit of a fragmentation there, but I did get into Champion Arena pretty quick and start buying 10 per week down here. So, you know, you just got to weigh up that trade-off. But essentially, in recent times, I've bought 3 copies. So last month, I bought 2 copies of Huon. This month, I bought 1 copy of Huon to go ahead and get her to Mythic Plus so that I could start using her as well. Now, yes, I could go ahead and buy another 2, well, 1 at the moment, and then another one after the reset to go ahead and get her to Supreme Plus. I could also start working on Granny. Besides those 2, I think every other unit in here is a bit more niche, and because you want to. Eagle niche for like some PvP defenses and stuff like that. Cassidy does have her usage. It's a bit more niche once again, so I don't really have any need for building her. Lumont, obviously, for high level AFK stage pushing, you can use him, but you know, I ain't even interested in that. And then we got Brian, and we got Crossbow Girl, whose name I always forget anyway, who, you know, I'm just not interested in building. And then you got Rowan and Brutus, who just do fine at low ascension anyway, so I'm not too stressed. So especially with that, I don't see the reason in skipping these. I know some people will skip them because you see the value of these heroes more, but for me, I can't help it. I just know the way AFK Arena went, where, you know, Celestial Hypergenes, they were the power creep. In this game, you could see the power level of the Celestial Hypergenes shining through already. And then, you know, whatever the rarest hero is at the time is always going to be the power creep. And I just think getting those resources are going to be the most valuable. Once again, you don't have to do this. You don't have to listen to me on this one. But I just think these, even on a new account, are super valuable to start stocking up because, like I said, Celestial Hypergenes, you got very limited resources to get them. And hell, if I could trade 4 copy, like if I could trade summons wise 4 normal heroes, 4 normal faction heroes for a Celestial Hypergene copy, I mean, I'd be doing that every day of the week. That's me personally, because once you've got your base roster of those core heroes built, man, I'm looking for those special heroes that are doing more. But once again, you guys take your pick. That is my thoughts. And if you're wondering why I'm saving, I've got 46,000 arena coins here, and I bought everything out, and it's like another 8 days until reset. Like, I could buy these. Yes, I could build Granny. I could get that extra copy of Huon and get another one next month. The reason I personally, at the moment, am just saving every arena coin except for buying out the stellar crystals, is because we have a new season coming. And in one of those notes, the developer notes that they released, they said that they are planning to add heroes to the store. Now, I don't know whether that means we just get the A levels in the Dream Store, or whether they actually add some new S levels to the Arena Store. So that is why I'm holding out on everything. I'm waiting to see, you know, if we get Vala, Florabelle, even Elsa, but I probably wouldn't be able to do Elsa at this stage. But, you know, if we get old mate Graveborn Healer, whose name has just absolutely brain farted on me and I've forgotten it. But if we get him as well, you know, those are kind of heroes I would go for in this store if they get added to it. So that is why I am stockpiling massively. But in general, once again, I think these things are situational. If you really think you need them, you can pick up a few, but don't be buying them every day. And these ones, I can't pass them up. Celestial Hypergenes, too powerful. I just want them. Once again, you guys can go the other way, but I just don't see I don't see the value in skipping these because... dude, you want those Celestial Hypergenes. It's pretty much my summary. Anyway, let me know if you disagree. It's perfectly fine. That is, once again, just my opinion. You guys make your call. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.